Care's supposed to be down there right now.
Alright. Hey, is there any way you could park like right there? You came over, let's so good.
How much for you? Alright. Some of the sweatpants you like anyway.
Maybe though. My daughter 4 now,
Yeah, I just said
tiny.
I just said 14. He said we ain't got that. Top and bottom. The kids.
Stop question.
Thank you.
I'm trying to change it here. I can change it here.
Hell yeah. They said they don't go all the way. Albie, what up, Albie?
Yo, that's crazy. We played part one of the game. We played for the Cowboys.
Louis Boxtrack said Denver, Colorado wants to be.
Let me see, bro.
Right. Shakur. Hey, come on, let us get you over here, bro.
You try to punch with you too, Manny, so give us some faith.
Yo, let's eat yo.
Leave him alone, Dave! Hey, Dave, leave him alone! Find the right shots, Manson. You'll see it. Hands up, though. Yup. Got it. If you don't take a picture of me, I'll crash it out. I'm happy to be back at the Prudential Center. This is my home. I love it here. Hopefully, my next fight will be here. That's what I want. But I came here to support Lil Manny, and Lil Manny got the job done. Tough fight, close fight, but he pulled it through, and I'm just glad to be here to support him.
You and Tank ever linked up in the ring?
Yeah, we sparred before.
Can we ever expect a fight?
Yeah, for sure. I think that's gonna be one of the biggest fights in the world.
No cap.
I feel like how they talking about Earl and Bud Crawford, I feel like me and Tank gonna be basically 2.0 of that.
Yeah.
Probably even bigger than that.
3 people in the world that I think that could beat Tank. That would be Devin, that would be Shakur, and Tank Davis himself.
You got the last one right. That's the only person that can beat me. Gervonta Davis. That's the only person. Them niggas cannot touch me at all. They all been in the ring with me. They all been in the ring, and I cracked both of them. I told
you it's a 50-50 fight.
Ain't no 50-50 fight, nigga. How you gonna keep me off and you ain't got no power?
I was also told that Devin got the best of you in the last sparring session.
And you know I sparred him twice.
That's right. If
Bill took him out the ring.
said that?
I almost knocked him out in Floyd Gym. Did they tell you that? Did they tell you
I don't
that?
know, but I ain't hear that.
Oh, okay. And tell to Devin and his dad to get out my dick. Tell him, be prepared. Because after these first 2 niggas, oh man, I'm coming straight at niggas.
So what do you think those who might be saying that, Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? He don't have no offense. Everything is defense. What has Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He hasn't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Fuck no. I ain't never been knocked down a day in my life. I ain't never really been like hurt in no fight. Like far as, cause the people took when I said this wrong. Like I got hit with a body shot before that I felt. They could like if you want to call that hurt. But I'm talking about like somebody hit you in the chin with like people say you chinny and all that kind of stuff. You ain't got no chin. I never like felt nothing, no chin shot where I was buzzed or hurt or nothing like that in no fight that I had. So in sparring, fight, anything. So nah.
How you think one coming up with
I
Tank?
hope he don't fight him actually. Like I hope he don't get in the ring with him again. Because at the end of the day, if he lose, it's just gonna look bad on the fight with me. So it's gonna look like somebody else already did it.
You want Tank to knock you out, yo?
I
heard him say before. I heard him say like, yo, I want to fight Tank, and that's nice. But why do you want Tank to knock you out so bad? Like,
look, that sound good. That sound real good, but she's too little.
When it comes to heated rivalries in boxing, few matchups generate more debate than Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis. It is a rivalry where two passionate fan bases constantly clash over who is the superior fighter. Supporters of both men have become known for intense debates across social media, each side determined to prove their boxer is the best. The rivalry has been building for years, with fans, analysts, and former fighters all weighing in on the discussion. The only thing missing is an official fight day that would allow both men to settle the debate inside the ring. Unfortunately for boxing fans, that matchup does not appear close to happening. Unless both fighters and their teams actively work toward negotiations, supporters may have to wait much longer before seeing one of the sport's most talked about potential showdowns.
Who's next? I told y'all who I want to fight. I can't keep saying the same thing. I already told y'all who I want to fight. The best versus the best. That should be my next fight. I told y'all I'm a dog. I'm a top level, elite level fighter. So let's make boxing great again. Let's put the best fighters in the ring with each other, and let's see who come out victorious.
Over the past few years, many fans have formed strong opinions about who might hold the edge in this potential matchup. Shakur Stevenson has continued to climb through the ranks, taking on challenging opponents and adding major victories to his resume. His win over William Zepeda was viewed by many as a significant moment in his career, while his success against Teofimo Lopez elevated his standing even further. Stevenson has consistently called for the biggest fights available and has repeatedly expressed interest in facing Gervonta Davis. Meanwhile, Davis has remained largely inactive compared to expectations, with long stretches outside the ring and various issues drawing attention away from boxing. Shakur's promoter, Eddie Hearn, has even argued that Stevenson's accomplishments and championship success make him the favorite in a potential showdown.
You were Tank's promoter. What would the next step be for Tank?
I heard they were going to fight Jake Paul. When I see Jake Paul at the event, and I see Jake Paul posting from the private jet with a picture of Gervonta Davis.
Slapped it.
Yeah, but they had that for a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like,
because you had to buy it, you had to get it made.
Yeah, but I can't believe that fight was going to happen. But anyway, crazy stuff's happening. Yeah, you got to rematch Lamont Roach. You got to. It'll probably get ordered. That's the reality by the New York State Athletic Commission. But listen, they may have got lucky because the only fight for Tank outside of after Lamont Roach was Shakur Stevenson.
Facts.
Right now they've got another opponent that will do well at the gate because of the controversy.
Yep.
And it ain't Shakur Stevenson. I keep telling people, Shakur Stevenson beats Tank. You cannot say that Shakur Stevenson would not have beaten Tank last Saturday.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Regardless of who wins, there is little doubt that Gervonta Davis versus Shakur Stevenson would be one of the biggest fights in boxing. Fan in Boxing recently shared an interesting perspective on why Stevenson needs the matchup. He also offered advice to Davis, suggesting that Tank should move up to 140 pounds and pursue the biggest names in that division after spending so much time at lightweight. Fannin further argued that some media figures are encouraging Stevenson to look beyond a Davis fight and target higher weight classes instead. According to him, similar pressure was once placed on Davis, and he believes those discussions often benefit outside interests more than the fighters themselves. Fannin also stated that, from a star power standpoint, Stevenson still needs a defining mega fight and views a showdown with Davis as the clearest path toward becoming one of boxing's biggest attractions.
Gervonta needs to go to 140, 147. He's been at 135 too long. He's dominating everybody there. There's no challenges for you there. Come on and go up to 147 pounds. Like I said, that's a system. They are not these people are bought and paid for. We already know that. So the people that they support want Shakur Stevenson to go up to 147 to fight guys like Conor Benn, to fight guys like whoever at 147 pounds, right? Because what will that make Shakur? Let's just be real. What does that make Shakur? That is going to make Shakur, basically, he's going to be stuck being an undercard fighter. Like he's been stuck being an undercard fighter. He didn't get any real momentum off of that fight with Teofimo Lopez. What did he get? He got a bunch of systematic press. People talking about the fight for about a week and how great he is. And after that, it went right back into nobody talking about Shakur. Because Shakur Stevenson he's just not a big star. But he can be a big star if he fights somebody like Gervonta Davis. That's the ticket for him right there. is the fight between him and the guy that's the most popular guy in that weight class, or anybody below Canelo Alvarez, really. But you know, we live in this era where YouTube channels like the Boxing Voice, like Showbiz the Adult, like these other guys want to prescribe movements for fighters that really don't do anybody any good other than the backers of the
Boxing Hall of Famer Tim Bradley shares a similar view regarding Shakur Stevenson. Bradley strongly disagrees with the idea of pushing Stevenson to 147 pounds, pointing out that it would already be his fourth weight class. He cites Stevenson's victory over Teofimo Lopez at 140 as evidence of his elite ability and believes he should first face top contenders such as Gary Antoine Russell or Dalton Smith. Bradley also argues that Stevenson still has important opportunities at 130 and 135 pounds, mentioning potential fights with Isaac Cruz and Moratalla. Before considering a permanent move to welterweight, Bradley wants to see Shakur take on those challenges first.
Tim, tell us about Shakur Stevenson. He can't seem to get a fighter to step in the ring with him after his performance with Teofimo Lopez. What do you make of that? What keeps going on with Shakur?
There's fights out there for Shakur. There's fights out there for Shakur. Hell yeah, there's fights out there. You gotta fight him. You gotta go get him. That's it. Look, every fight ain't gotta be a damn home run. Every fight ain't gotta be not a home run, but every fight ain't gotta be like, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Like the Masters or a Super Bowl. Every fight ain't gotta be like that, bro. You know what I mean?
Just stay busy, get better.
Well, you can stay busy and get better, but if you fight the top guys in the division, that's all that we want to see. You know what I mean? So, like, if you're gonna stay at 140, we want to see you against that Russell guy. You know what I'm saying? We want to see you against Russell. We want to see you against Dalton Smith. We want to see you against that top echelon of that division. If you go to 35, we want to see you against the Moratallas of the world. You know what I'm saying?
Aren't the biggest fights at 147 though? Ryan, Devin.
Yeah, but he's not. Yeah, but he's not a 147 pounder. He's not. He ain't say, oh, let me go test that 140. No, he said, I'm gonna go to 140 without no tune-ups, and I'm gonna face the best guy there. Right? And he faced Lopez, and he demolished him like nothing, right? So, like, now y'all want to force him to go up to 47 for what? That's his fourth weight class, dog. It's fourth weight class. In a way, it's fourth weight champion too. In a way, ain't going up to 26 yet. In a way, we'll go up there. He handled his business this weekend or next weekend. I'm pretty sure he might go up to 126, right? So, the same thing with Shakur. Eventually, Shakur will get there. You know, but he got some fights that he can fight. At 130 and 135, shit, I wouldn't mind seeing a Cruz Shakur. You know what I mean? I wouldn't mind seeing that. I wouldn't mind seeing Moratalla.
Bradley also shared his thoughts on a Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis fight, suggesting it is one of the biggest matchups in boxing. He urged Tank to take the fight, describing it as a major box office event that fans would eagerly support.
Gervonta's at 140, that seems to be the biggest
I want Gervonta Davis to step in the ring and face somebody, dog, already, bro. For real.
He'll be back.
Like, oh, I know he coming back, dog. But I'm just saying, like, fight Shakur, bro. Fight Shakur. That's all I'm saying, bro. Fight. We need these top guys out there, man. And that's it. Because you can say, oh, Shakur ain't fight nobody. Well, shit, if Shakur ain't fight nobody and Tank ain't fight nobody, why don't they fight each other? If that's how y'all want to put it, fight each other, bro. That will probably be one of the biggest fights in boxing right now, bro. The biggest fight. Box office, it will sell out like this. Like that, it'll sell out.
Coach Breadman also shared his view on this potential matchup and offered an interesting perspective. He rates Shakur Stevenson very highly, saying that although Stevenson and Gervonta Davis have completely different styles, Shakur's versatility and confidence make him dangerous for any opponent. He pointed to Stevenson's performance against Zepeda as an example of his natural instincts and adaptability, while noting that he would likely approach Davis differently because of Tank's exceptional power. Breadman believes both fighters possess elite ring IQ, which would make the contest a fascinating battle of adjustments. Above all, he hopes the fight happens while both men are still in their prime, avoiding another major what-if in boxing history.
When you hear these things, when you see Shakur in all these different styles,
Do you look at him any different when it comes down to a Tank Davis fight now?
I think the Tank is a different style than Cepeda, but Shakur seems to want to take all the tough smoke, and I think really highly of him as a fighter. You know, he seems to. You can kind of get like the gut feeling that certain guys will fight anybody, and Shakur, even though he hasn't fought the huge names, I get the impression in my guts that he's willing to fight anybody. You know what I mean? He got a real confident way about him, and he got the kind of style where you got to kind of adjust to him. So, you know, I don't think he's going to fight Tank the same way he fought Cepeda, but that's what makes Shakur special, is that he can win fights more than one different way. I always thought Shakur and Tank is a great fight, and I still do. But Shakur seems super confident that he could beat Tank. So the only way to figure that out is if they get in the ring. I think they both special, you know, and unfortunately they haven't fought yet, and they're around the same weight classes. So hopefully we get to see it before somebody loses bad or be past their prime, and then we got to wonder what would have happened if they fought on their best day. I just want to just see the fights. But sometimes, like when you ask a question like that, it's hard to say, because sometimes a fighter instinct let him know what he could do with certain guys and with certain guys he can't do. You know what I mean? It just, like Shakur might say, okay, I'm going to smell the Tank power. Or he might say, I'm going to box and I'm going to get on my jab and I'm going to move. I don't know how that works, you know, because his mind and his instincts will let him know what he think he could do. Like the Cepeda fight, I was hearing, he was like, get off the ropes. But he saw it in a way where he's like, I could be on the ropes and counterpunch this guy and get off. So we got to just see. And Tank is the same way. They both got super high IQ. So we got to see how they would deal with each other and what adjustments the corner would make and all that kind of stuff, and then come down the stretch and we'll just see. I really can't say how he would fight him. I don't think he would fight him like he would fight Shakur, but we don't know. You know what I mean? We don't really know until you get in.
Amid all the debate surrounding a potential Tank Davis versus Shakur Stevenson fight, Blue Blood Sports TV offered a strong reality check for fans still expecting it to happen. He dismissed claims that Davis is preparing a major offer for Stevenson, calling those reports completely misleading. Blue Blood argued that Stevenson has continued to build his resume at an elite level, pointing to his accomplishments across multiple weight classes. He also questioned whether the necessary financial backing exists to make the fight a reality, suggesting that outside investment could be required for a deal of that magnitude. Ultimately, he views Stevenson as a fighter with plenty of options and believes many fans have already accepted that the matchup may never happen because of the complicated business and stylistic factors involved.
At these stages of their career, Shakur Stevenson has surpassed Gervonta Tank Davis. He is a first ballot Hall of Famer right now. He is a 4-division legit champion and should be Olympic gold medalist. And His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh has eliminated pay-per-view numbers being needed to pay fighters in A side, B side. He has eliminated that. So they can't make Shakur a massive offer he can't refuse. First of all, the PBC doesn't even have the budget to do so. And they need His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh to put on events, as we see. Now, Top Rank is in trying to bring ESPN back into the picture so they could get back in the market. But they don't have a network. Shakur Stevenson's network promotional free agent, essentially. He works with Jay Prince, but he also has dealings with His Excellency Turki Al-Sheikh. He don't need Gervonta Tank Davis. It's just the fight that we want to see. But these lies that Tank Davis is getting ready to make Shakur Stevenson an offer he can't refuse is just that, a lie. Where will he get the money to offer Shakur Stevenson an offer he can't refuse? It will have to come from Turki Al-Sheikh, His Excellency. And guess what? Tank ain't offering nothing. That means Turki Al-Sheikh will be making the offer to make the fight happen. So I don't know where this. I do know where these folk lords, these fake these just diabolical. The words I want to use, I can't use. But it ain't. Shakur Stevenson has essentially at this point in his career moved past Tank Davis. And the fans and the people have already accepted it ain't happening. They don't like the style matchup, number one.
There remains a huge question surrounding who would win a fight between Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis. Both are elite fighters competing at the highest level, and a matchup between them would be one of boxing's biggest events. While Davis has been less active recently, a showdown with Stevenson would instantly capture the sport's attention. But what do you think? Will we finally see this blockbuster fight within the next year or two? And if it happens, who comes out on top? Let us know in the comments. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss future videos. Don't forget to share your thoughts below. Stay tuned, and we'll catch you in the next one.